Talk about cost-effective maintenance. Well, if you don't use that crap, you'll save money and you'll get stuff like this done for free. I just want to quickly say, fuel injectors don't get dirty. They don't need additives in these 1KDs, and fuel's clean. I mean, you know, whatever debris in there, additives don't make any difference. That's what the filter does. Long story short, this is cost-effective maintenance. I'm going to quickly show you how to change a water pump on a 1KD. We're already into it. I'm going to give you the steps that we've done so far and what you need to do to just quickly change your water pump if you've got a leaking water pump. Now, the first way you're going to notice that it's leaking, your coolant's going to be down. You might see drips on the ground and you'll see a white line up the inside of the timing cover here. This one, not leaking. I'm changing it as prevention because the vehicle's done over 300,000 Ks. As you would maybe already know, the timing belt's due to be changed every 150,000 Ks. So it makes sense while you're in there, you do the water pump, because then you just do the job once, right? Because the easy way to change the water pump, the way you get to it is you remove the fan shroud, the drive belts, this whole header tank. You're going to drop and lose your coolant. For your water pump, much easier to work on your timing belt like this, right? So for the sake of doing it together and doing as prevention, 150K is a very long time. And of course the bearings that are missing here at the moment, getting pressed in and out of those pulleys as we speak. Well, not really, because they're sitting over there on the bench and I've got to do it when I press that red button again. But basically what I'm saying is we've got a BFE kit there, and that's why I invented it. It's cost-effective maintenance. It's, you know, like water pump, timing belt, idler, tensioner. You've just done everything that moves. Keep it reliable. It's your engine. If that belt, that idler, that tensioner inside there breaks, if somebody's got the car and that lower bearing fails, or the other ones can get a bit noisy and just annoy you, or water pumps can leak, water pumps can collapse, it's just not worth it, right? So step one, drain your coolant, collect that in a bucket, dispose of it responsibly, or container of similar sorts. You need to remove your radiator cap for it to drain. You need to remove this top header tank. There's 3 bolts holding it. You need to remove the little rubber hose off this side, and then you'll be able to remove that header tank once you've disconnected the hose off the bottom, which my one's down there at the moment because I've just had it laying down so it's out of the way, because I'm going to give this all a reverse flush wash down soon, all part of the BFE job, washing the radiator cooling system out. This one's not too bad because it's been maintained, and somebody did break that a few years ago and it got a new radiator, so pretty good. There's a positive, right? Quality, made in Japan, so this is good for a long time. These don't really get too old and brittle. What really happens is people bump them, you know. But that being said, once they break, they seem like they were old and brittle, because that's obviously the weakest point there. We've done a bit of testing with these. Just be careful not to lean on it. And K-On either have or will soon have a radiator guard. Just stay tuned on their website. We'll get our hands on one. We're going to install it on here. We're going to show it to you, and then we'll see if you like it or not. You can go buy one. So once you've got your header tank off, 2 bolts at the top of the fan shroud, one at this side, one at this side. But before you do that, actually, take off your top hose, because it's going to be easier to pull the fan shroud out. Take your 2 top bolts of your fan shroud out. Use your long spanner that looks like this, 12 mil, right? Something like that looks good. You get them off eBay for about 20 bucks, right? And that'll allow you to get to your fan bolts. I've demonstrated in more detail in the playlists, replacing the water pump at the time about the BFE playlist, right? I've demonstrated plenty of times, so we're not going to do it this time. This is meant to be a quick talk and tell you how it works, right? So crack the nuts loose. You've got these bolts out. You're ready to lift the fan shroud. You need to open the clip. There's a couple of clips now to demonstrate. They're on the fan shroud. They're not here, but one goes around the hose here. Just carefully get your long flat blade. Click that. Look what they did to that clamp there when they did the radiator. Dirty rats. Right, so careful who you trust working on your car, right, people? So make sure that's not leaking, and we'll get another one of those in stock. Sure, that one's a little bit average as well. So we're going to order a couple of those next time I think of it. Next time we work on it, I'll just replace those or keep them as spares in case for some reason there's not enough pressure, because the butchers at the dealership couldn't do it right without butchering it. Once again, no surprise there, right? It was done at a Toyota dealership. No point naming which one, because, you know, whatever. It's just kids working here and there, getting the job done sometimes. So remove the clamps ×2. You've got the one on that hose, and you've got the one on the auto lines that will stop the shroud from coming out. Remove the 2 bolts, remove the top radiator hose, remove the fan nuts last once you've got all that loose, and then hold the fan and the fan shroud, and you'll be able to lift it all out together. Once you get to about here, you can gently put the fan down somewhere, aside, or just gently here. Don't drop it heavy, whatever, or get someone to help you, and you can just pass it to them. Then you can gently wiggle the plastic fan shroud out. It'll get caught up a little bit coming past these components, but not too bad. They're pretty easy, these ones. And then it'll look like this, and you've got heaps of room to get in there. 6 bolts, which I've already removed. Now this is if you've got the 2-piece water pump, which is what we supply in the BFE kit. Some vehicles, including most Hiluxes, have a 1-piece pump. It's a real big pain in the butt, and you can cancel everything I said, and that's why you stay for the whole video, because we're 5 minutes in and you thought you had it sorted, you had it sussed, but no, because the 1-piece water pump goes in behind the timing belt here, and the aircon compressor and the alternator. So then you would, instead of just doing this, if you've got a 1-piece pump, how quick and easy would that be? You get it done in a couple of hours, right? Watch my videos, couple of hours. But if you've got a 1-piece pump, because you haven't done it before and you didn't get the kit from me, and whoever supplied the pump gave you a 1-piece pump, or some other cheap pump that's going to leak anyway, or some cheap pump with a paper gasket that's hard to clean. Genuine pumps, genuine gasket, all our parts are genuine or OEM, what comes in that kit. But if you've got a Hilux or a 1-piece pump, you can identify this by having a look. Right, if you get these 6 bolts undone, count those, 1, 2, 3, the nut at the bottom, 4, 5, 6, you go like that, and then I'm just going to grab it like this and see if it comes off. It's a bit stuck, just need a hammer to give it a gentle tap. Give me a sec. Just a little hammer. Right, changing the water pump, that's what the video is. There you go, just change your water pump, that's it. Right, now see, minimal cleaning, because it's got the genuine Toyota gasket. It's got a black stain there. That is a flat surface. You can try and clean it if you like, but good luck to you. As you can see, this one not leaking, but you know what I'm going to do with that? That's it, throw it away, it's going in the bin. This gasket will come off really easy, right? Once I get a hold of that, it'll just come off just like that. See that? That's why we like Toyota parts. That can go over there as well. Look, we'll give this a bit of a, more of a check than a clean. It's a black stain on the surface, right? And see that backing plate there? That's the part that doesn't come off, that if you've got a 1-piece pump, it's behind. You've got to take off your compressor, you've got to take off your alternator, which means disconnect your battery first. You've got to take off the whole tensioner, everything off here, because it goes over the top, because you've got to get those 2 bolts out, right? It's in behind there. It's behind your timing belt. So your whole timing belt has to come off, including the cam pulley, sprocket, including this backing plate at the top here, which means you're going to need RTV silicone. You're going to need to do a whole heap of stuff, and this is a possibility for you if you even get the kit from me, but it's going to be the last time you've got to do it. And this is another good reason why you just do it at the same time as the timing belt, and that's why I call it cost-effective maintenance, right? Because every 150k you just do the whole lot, and if you listen to those BFE videos and all my videos and subscribe and turn the bell on, it's going to be cost-effective maintenance. You're going to save money on parts. You're going to do it right the first time. No more poor man pays twice. You're not going to take it to places and trust them to do the work because they don't do it right. As we can see here, you know, the clamp, I mean, you know, have a look at it for yourself, right? You see, that's just bent out. They must have had a bit of trouble. Like, that's really hard to get to, isn't it? If you do what I'm doing here, you put a pair of pliers on there, you gently close it, and you move it back here, and you take the hose off. It's really not that hard. Anyway, water pump job. You decide if you want to do a water pump job or if you want to do a BFE job, cost-effective maintenance. That's what cost-effective maintenance really is. Then when you come back at 300 or 450 or whatever, it'll be just change the front, change the coolant, change the front, change the timing belt, the idler, the tension. You can check the cam seal. Once again, if it's not leaking, they don't normally leak until, again, you let someone work on the vehicle. They put some aftermarket seal. They do a poor replacement job because they're used to working on crappy cars and they think, oh, while you're in there, just change it. You know, while you're in there, just change it. Okay, well, that is an old mentality for rubbish cars. It's like saying, well, we're putting a transmission in a, you know, XE Falcon. While we're there, we'll change the rear main seal. Absolutely, right? Because it's going to leak every 50,000 Ks anyway, right? So you get what I mean. A bit of luck of the draw with that one as well. I'm not picking on the Fords or Holdens, good cars, and you know what? I think we all like to work on them. They're pretty easy to work on anyway. But these things, they're not the old Fords and Holdens. You don't need to replace the rear main seal while you've got the transmission out. You don't need to touch the cam seal while you're doing the timing belt, but it is included in our kit just in case it's leaking, and you just keep it there as a spare. It's about 15 bucks worth, 20, whatever it is. And then one day if it ever leaks, you can just, because you're good at it, you've watched the videos and you've done the job, if you're the 1 in 1,000 or less, you just pull it apart again and you bloody do the cam seal, all right? Sorry. Then you'll go, oh, I should have just done it then. Oh, you should have just done it then if you like. But the obvious advice for the other 1,000+ people is don't waste your time, because then you have to pull the pulley off. It might be stuck, you might have a bit of trouble, you might be tapping it, you might put some marks in it, you might bend it and damage it, and then again, that's your timing, that's your engine, right? So think about it, don't touch it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, is the other saying. I reckon this is a bloody awesome video. Smash those likes, or I'm gonna be crying if you don't. Subscribe, turn the bell on. How good's this information? It's all for free. Cost-effective maintenance. Text me only Monday to Friday between 8 AM and 10 AM, preferably earlier in the week rather than later in the week, but you can text me anytime you like, and then I'll pack the kit and send it anytime I like. How does that sound? Catch you on the next video, people. See ya.